Hello, hello. So we're not doing the no pipe mode. Easy mode today? Yeah, easy mode today. Let's try to figure out how to make a reliable a reliable outpost that can ideally get me up to 4 million green chips per hour. That's quite the goal, but I think it's technically possible. It's that will require me to increase the UPS efficiency of my old design by 30%, but I don't think that's unreasonable. Because we have cut down a lot of furnaces and a lot of inserters, mostly just from refining the buffers, but also from direct insertion. So I think it would be possible. We'll see. But yeah, this is currently the design that we have. I don't need to worry about it being too compact right now. The problem with it is that you have some inserters, namely these ones, which is about half of my production. Yeah, about half of my production, which is, significant, will not start if solid fuel arrives in a very bad order. So we have a couple options there. I haven't fully decided how to fix it. We could go back to the drawing board and see if maybe there's a different arrangement of direct inserting that works. We have a bunch of self-feeding, right? Yeah. What if I use rails? Would that do anything? No, because that's adding a chest, a really bad chest too. Um, hmm. Yeah, the whole point is to limit the amount of inserters. I don't think I don't think a rail would be worth it. So, is the game just really quiet? Okay, there we go. I could hear music, but it wasn't flashing. I wonder if do I have a delay set on this? Do advanced audio properties. No, okay, whatever. Not a big deal. Where was I? Right. So these are bad. An inserter cannot grab from this, not reliably. It can only grab from it if the belt is very backed up. So if a bot places it and there's not solid fuel backed up and easy to grab, it will die immediately. So we have a couple options. One of them is to build the inserters last and build it like a set amount of time after the outpost is done. The downside of that, or one of the downsides of that is I would have to stage the blueprint, which I mean I probably want to, but because this will be like a 16-hour run and I'll probably be taking like, breaks. I'll be playing with a controller, but I imagine there'll be moments where I'm just pasting a blueprint and then waiting like 2 hours while I go eat and do exercises or something. So that makes me think that I will sometimes want two versions, a staged version and a non-staged version. So the staged version of the blueprint I don't think would be too difficult. You just do all the belts, assemblers, and furnaces first. And then once those are built, you put the burner inserters, and that will pretty much, I wouldn't say guarantee, but if you wait sufficiently long enough for these to back up, then it would work. Circuit control belts is the non-stage version. The only problem is I don't know if that would be perfect. What do you mean let go other items? Yeah, the circuit. So my idea for a circuit, I think, would be to have like a chest that fills up or something, and if it's sufficiently filled up, that would show that circuits are backed up, or I can put a bunch of transport belts in the logic, one of those two. Um, like make it that if all of these, let's say I could count every single one of these, that could work, and it'd be like if solid fuel is greater than 50, I send a signal that activates them. That might be viable Because I think technically we only need to have these ones connected, right? Only these bottom ones. So that's I mean, that's a lot of them. Oh, it's more than half. Yeah, it's like, it's more than half our production. It's, well, actually, I don't know what we're limited by. But yeah, it's a pretty significant portion of our production. Counting the items on a belt after a prio splitter is simpler. Yeah, I guess it's the same idea. The only issue, or the reason I was thinking counting the belts themselves rather than the prio splitter is if we count the belts themselves, that will also like constantly check, right? Unless we do something like this. But like if we count the items on all of the belts, it's probably going to assume they're all backed up. And it will constantly apply. So if for some reason we do lose coal, these ones won't run. I don't know if that's how it would work, but that's why I was thinking maybe counting the belts would be better. Does that conceptually make sense? Because we can just read it, right? And then what can the enabled condition be? What's always true? Anything equals anything? Would that work? Green equals green? There we go. Remove enable? Wait, was there a checkbox? Oh my god, I was looking for that and I couldn't find it. That was the first thing you looked for. Yeah, but the odds of us losing solid fuel at any given point, I think, is pretty significant. Also, I don't know when to attach the splitter. I guess I could have the splitter in the same stage as the burner inserters. That could work. I also don't know how long this will be. Also, do not combine the belts if you care about the feel of the column. On it, yeah, I guess we could do them in individual circuits. I figured they would just all deactivate at all times, which could work. But yeah, this would probably be better to not combine them. Because yeah, they could just be on individual circuits. So that would be, let's see, what is this? A yellow belt? Wait. Okay. So you're just thinking something like this. Yeah, this is that's the thing I'm worried about. If it's a backed up when it's placed. I guess this would just depend how much I think one set of inserters will use. I mean, I guess we could just test it, right? So if we cut, how do I? Can you make a cut tool that's only inserters? I'm not sure. Probably not. I want to paste these all at once, and I don't know a good way to do that, so I'm just going to do something like this. Like if I paste all of them at once, do they still run without a problem? That's the thing that needs to happen for the input splitters to work. And I think that should be fine. Like what happens if these just all activate right away? Oh, this one's not set up right. Okay, that should be fine. You can't make cut tools without mods. Unfortunate. Wait, what's this menu? Is this the lag menu? Oh, that's the F5 menu. This one, for some reason, I just have. Oh, right, because I was looking for UPS problems. Right, I remember now. I was like, this. I've never had this on the F5 menu before and got confused. Okay, so how do we just read the contents like this then? I imagine is all there is to it. And then how do I would want it to do, I want it to be column by column. That's actually kind of tricky. Is it bad to pass things through belts? Like, or should I just pass through inserters? I don't actually know how circuit signals work that well. You can import old blueprints with cut tools as filter. Oh yeah, no, that's a good idea. No, that's a great idea. Yes to, oh, wait, what was that? Right, that was to this thing. I guess I shouldn't use the belt because I'll probably be replacing them with undergrounds at some point to save entities. Which means I guess passing through these isn't a terrible idea. Because the only thing we need to connect are the vertical ones. Oh, that could work, because then that would do the belt idea. Wait. No. You can do a splitter after with Prio 2? Oh, you mean like a splitter down here? Or do you just mean like to put the coal back? That could work. That would be the same idea as the belt idea that I had earlier, but... Actually, what's the difference between this and the belt idea then? First idea. Oh, wait. How does it work at the end? I don't see how the logic would work if I placed it at the end. Oh, at the top. Oh, so it was this idea. Okay. I don't really see the purpose of this, but I'm not opposed to it, so I'll keep it there for now. Okay, so do I want to activate only the inserters that can brown out? Probably. I don't like how I have to just pass the wire so far. Can I move the power poles? Also, how far can wire go? Wait, can wire go as far as the power pole? Wait, how do wires work? Oh, they're limited to the length of the power pole. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. You can tell I've never used circuits before. This only activates when fuel backs up. So the current working idea is to make it that these ones in particular, these are the only ones that are going to be on this logic, only activate when the fuel backs up. And that's because these have a lot of trouble grabbing from the belt. So if I want to do direct insertion like this, I have to make it that these don't start, because they will immediately die as soon as they're placed in most situations, because they just will keep grabbing from fuel that's not there. So like, let's say this is a good example. You can see it like trying to reach and it just fails, and it's going to keep doing that until it dies. So the idea is to make it that these finicky ones are safe. Okay, so if they're limited to the length of the power poles, I feel like I should probably just use big electric poles then, right? That sounds way nicer. Huh, yeah, learn something new every day. You can tell I don't use big electric poles. If you want to blueprint them, isn't it possible for inserters to be placed before the logic connects? I don't want the inserters... Well... If you have a logic, they should start disabled, right? Isn't that how inserters with logic works? Let's see. Enabled greater than 3? Or is that not how it works? Does it depend how it connects? Let's try something. Does it start disabled? I don't think so, does it? I haven't really done much with the... I thought if they had a disable state on them, they wouldn't start. You need to bring the green wire to your test setup. Is that all? Wait, so why didn't it work that time? So does it actually have... So do I have to stage it? Should I just do inserters first then? I guess I could do inserters first in the blueprint. Yeah, I don't know how to fix stuff like that. I thought they would start disabled. Is this just not set up properly? Feel like I'm missing something here. Why would anyone use circuits if bots placing them could break it? It is possible to guarantee the inserters connected by going through a belt before it, I think. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Okay, so these also aren't enabled. That would be why. Also the fact that... Wait, no, we did connect it. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Hold. There we go. Okay, so that does enable it. It should probably be 4, right? No, 3. Greater than 3. As soon as both entities connected with the green wire are placed. So having it connected to the belt doesn't make a difference, right? Like, what's the difference between a belt and a power pole here? Because as long as you need 2 entities placed, I imagine, or as long as you need if you need 2 entities placed, it shouldn't matter which ones they are. The difference with a belt is that there can't be items in it until it is placed. Ah, yeah, the problem is I can't put a belt there, so it doesn't... Yeah, the problem with that is I can't place a belt there. If you connect the bottom inserter to the inserter it places into, then it will always start connected. Uh, Not necessarily, because this one will still do actions even if this one is a ghost, right? If it's grabbing coal, at least. I think. Or is solid fuel? Yeah. Because it's grabbing solid fuel, this one will do that action regardless of if this is a ghost or not. It won't try to fill that inserter, but it will fill itself. Yeah, we can't get a belt there, so we can't really use any fancy belt lock. We can't use any belt tricks here. I mean, I guess it's probably not that much of a concern. Like, looking at it, if we just do the inserters and power poles in stage 1 and then the belts, that could work. But it's okay for it to grab fuel? No, it's not okay for it to grab fuel. We don't want it to grab anything until the power is connected. Like, at all. If it grabs fuel, it dies. That's the whole point. Oops. Whoops. I did the exact same thing twice. Which ones are connected? This one, right? Okay, so if I speed this up, does this... Okay, these start disabled. Still disabled. And then... Still disabled. Wait, what? Oh. Wait, did I copy the wrong one? Oh, this one has the wrong logic on it. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. There we go. We really should use yellow instead. Yeah, the whole problem is that burner inserters are there. Good point. Okay, so I do like this. The odds of it breaking are significantly lower. That's all I have to say on that. I thought there was going to be more, but honestly, I don't think there's going to be a great way to guarantee they're safe. Not with this kind of setup, but this setup saves so many inserters. I'm assuming logic isn't significantly impactful on UPS. Like, it's either this or I use like 4 times the inserters, and I feel like this is probably not 4 times the inserters, like 20% more inserters. I would be very surprised if this was more detrimental to UPS than 400 inserters. Also, I could save on big power poles by doing... I could connect both halves at once, and then make it add up to 8. That would work. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have delays. Because, I mean, this won't work without this side anyway, so having those together is kind of reasonable. Just for simplicity's sake, and then that gives me... I think it tessellates. Logic has a price, but burner entities are so bad that it won't notice. You could use red wire from the other side. Yeah, I could use red wire if I really wanted to. I think. I actually don't know how how red wire works. No, I don't actually know how to split the wires. I've never understood that. I've never really had to do 2 wires on once. I just alternate between them based on what's pretty. Because, like, I can connect these, but doesn't that just combine them? Unless you mean going from another way. Logic has a price sounds so dark. However, the signals on them do not mix. The wires do the same, it's just there to be able to have 2 separated networks. Oh, I guess these aren't... Wait, no, this... I guess they're not connected. Maybe I'm just dumb. I guess that's the real answer. Okay. So it works. All those wires, how much is that blueprint going to cost? What? What does that mean? Oh, the cost of the wires? Yeah, that's going to make a pretty significant increase to the price. Oh, but look. We can make our own wires locally. Watch this. Where are wires? We put an assembly machine here. And... Oh, that doesn't have the cables. Okay, it needs to go here. Yeah, there we go. I can't really clear this gap. What if I do this? There we go. There we go. We can make the wires. With temporary inserters. It's a great plan. Okay, so I do like this. I'm still... It does seem to work fine. I still don't know... Oh, okay. I see the difference between the two now. I see the difference between the two. This guarantees it's backed up. Because if I just did the belt idea like I was thinking, if it was just a really thick belt, that could activate it. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to understand why you had me change it. Okay, I don't know how this tessellates. I imagine my first step should probably be just connecting the rest of the wires. And then we'll try copying it, because I think it's a 4 wide pattern, just because of doubling up on the furnaces, but I'm not confident on that. Okay, that should be good. I don't know why there's coal there. Probably from putting a splitter earlier, which I don't think is a problem. Okay, is this set up right? Hold, hold. Okay, that's good. Okay, because the pattern is iron, iron, copper, copper, iron, iron, copper, copper. Okay, so if I do 4 belts and then copy that, it should work. So that will be these 4. So I guess we keep going along the grid. Let's see, can we reach everything from here? Yes, this is a good spot. Oh, this one has a lot more vertical inserters. Wait, is there a pattern here? I feel like there has to be, right? Gosh, these big electric, wait, that's not where I want that to be. These big electric poles are awesome. People should use them more in Factorio. They're really good. Crazy that nobody uses them. If we, you know, pretend. Did I click the right one? I don't think so. Okay, I think that should be good. And now I just copy this top section again. There we go. So yeah, that should have a prio. Yeah, I was kidding. They're very common. It's just me who's never really used them. See, is there? I could probably piggyback off that, right? Nah, I shouldn't. I should give them their own. Copy. That's good, and then red. Okay, let's just do all the power poles first, so that way it's easier to keep track of. Yeah, there we go. Wait, fewer actions is always nice. Okay, now we copy the logic, and I think that should be good. This is what happens, I guess, when you build like 4 sets of something before putting logic on it, but you know, that's fine, it happens. Okay, these are disabled, which means this one's not set up right. Oh, no, it is set up right. See, that's why we have the logic. There we go. Now they're set up properly. Okay, now we try to figure out where the heck we can where the heck we can tessellate this. Also, burner 100 outpost designs. Burner 100 outpost design. I'll switch it over staged blueprints at some point, but I feel like I don't know how staged blueprint mod works. I feel like it's not necessary for the outposts because, you know, there's only two stages. But when you design the main base, I imagine it's going to be pretty important. Okay. Okay, so let's see. If we copy these and also... Let's see, we can just connect this here. I think I'm going to move these up. Sounds like a good idea, so that way we can test things. There we go, that goes there. We need the iron side. Oh wait, we don't have iron. Oh wait, right, I just got iron from like an actual setup. Oh, that broke things. That's fine. Not a big deal. That's the wrong filter. Delete it, clear it, copy it. That's the wrong side. Okay, we're just gonna copy and paste it in the same spot now. That it should be fixed. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the loaders are going to be a significant damper on our UPS. So we should be able to roll with it just for testing. Because we're not doing UPS comparisons right now. And then I guess there would be another iron here. But let's see if it actually tessellates. Okay, so if we delete this awkwardness, I think we should be able to get it to a pattern, right? Oh wait, we don't have the pattern yet. The pattern would be here, right? Iron, copper, copper, iron. Okay, so this would actually go... What if I just make it relative? I want to make it vertically relative so I can't accidentally go down. Is that a thing you can do? No. No, you can't. Well, I guess... Well, maybe if I made it 1. I guess I'll just tap the arrow keys a few times. So it would tessellate here. Does that... Yeah, we need to get 1 more. Unless I go this direction, maybe that would work. No, that doesn't work either. What is the pattern that I had here? This was definitely a pattern that I pasted a few times, but I can't find it at all. Also, is there any way they line up if I extend it manually? Oh, wait. The Roboport pattern is not... There's no pattern here. There's no pattern. What? What is this? How did I fit a Roboport in there? These aren't the same. Should I just redesign this now that I have the logic and try to find a pattern that I can copy and paste? Because I think there is some weird voodoo going on where I clearly changed the pattern. Hello, Cautious. We're doing mental strain today, so yeah, we're doing great. Yeah, I clearly do not have a Roboport pattern. Getting something I can tessellate around a Roboport is definitely easier. Also, whoa, look at that. Mr. Beast is a place Factorio. That's awesome. Okay, so we just need to figure out how to tessellate this. I feel like, what if I just... Maybe the Roboport goes at the bottom. Maybe that's the problem I've been having. Also, I keep copying the top section, which probably isn't helping. What if I just copy this? Does that help? What is the pattern? I'm not convinced it's real. I mean, it has to be. But like, look at that. I think, okay, if looking at it, it looks like I had underground belts at one point and then I removed them and then I put them back, which is partially why I can't copy it. So let's see. We're just gonna make a new one. What if I follow the copper furnaces? These look like they have a pattern. So like if I paste this and then paste it up here again, does that work? No. It's like mirrored and diagonal. I don't think that's worth it. It did save space, which is actually pretty nice. Uh, Also, we could look at this one. We could see if we can get this one to work. Because this one had no... Well, this one doesn't work at all, but this one didn't have anything grabbing from undergrounds, but that's because it's non-functional. So, well, okay, wait. It has one grabbing from undergrounds towards it, but that's pretty safe, so I figured I can leave those. If we change our mind, we can put every inserter on logic if we really need to. Um, we don't have that much spacing. Let's see. If we stagger this down, we can change where the output is. Maybe that will make it work. So let's move this down one. Move this down one. Wait. Oh, I see the problem. Yeah, okay. That's why I didn't do that. Because if I move that down, we run into the same problem we just tried to avoid, which is no output. And also that doesn't work, but that's not important. We can ignore that. I really like this one, so I want to get it to work. Because it's really cool looking, but obviously it's cool looking because it's non-functional, which makes it a lot easier to make a compact design, when it's broken. Also, oh, this one does have the downside that it can only run for, oh, what's the math in? That produces 1.08 times 0.75 or something times 2? 9600 divided by 1.5. They can only run for like 2 hours, 4 hours. Can you upload the other design? This one? Are you gonna see if you can find a way to tessellate it? Oh, that's not right. That's my socks. That's my socks command. Does it need to expire? If I just like I'll just do nice burner 100. There we go. Did you hear correctly that I wanted to do some form of a chill any percent soon? Not soon. I don't have a set plan to do it, but I would like to at some point. Just like one run every week or two. Just to like try out new things. Because I still want to do that base redesign I was working on with like the mini science skip, even if it's like not gonna be useful since I won't be as fast. It would still be fun to like actually finish the base. Even if, it's never going to help me save time. What new strategy? Oh, the one I was working on with Marvelous Mixed and stuff. Yeah, I would probably use those because I just kind of want to see them in action. Okay, maybe if I look at it where this Roboport starts, that will help me. We're just gonna have so many things pasted everywhere. Okay, if I just go down, do they line up? No. I see. Oh, okay, so it's like diagonally symmetrical. Because like if you look through here, you can see the line where things are mirrored. So like these flip that way, which is why which is why this isn't working, because Factorio doesn't have diagonal rotations. Unfortunately, I don't know why they haven't added those yet. Unless I can just rotate them? Yeah, no, I think I just need to figure out how to... This is like a quadrant that I paste down. Oh, and then I have like weird awkward gaps down here. Okay, I see it now. That's why some of them can fit more chests than others. Also, the Roboport should probably be moved to not block the chests, which I think is possible. Yeah, that's definitely possible. That would be nice, but I think it's a bit unlikely. It's a chronic thing that I've been dealing with for like 10 years, and it just, I have to keep giving up hobbies from it. It would be pretty impressive if a desire to do something just fixed it. This could work. Can it? Can't it? So the reason I care about the chests, this can only run for about 4-ish hours, roughly. One day you can just plug right into the PC. Gosh, whenever like full dive kits are real, speedrunning would go hard. But yeah, this lets me extend the base up to, I think it's 8 hours. 8 hours of runtime. So the first outpost will have extra chests, and then the second outpost will not have those chests. Pretty straightforward. So that way, like, the first ones that are pasted can run twice as long. Because, yeah, these only have enough chests to run for very little time. If they ever run out, we're doomed. So hopefully 8 hours is reasonable. We might have to have a second outpost design that's designed for like 12 hours to start for like the very first one. Or we need to figure out where we can put more chests in here. Like if we do something awkward like this. But I can't imagine that's worth it. Yeah, okay, I am starting to see the pattern. But maybe I think I didn't try to make a vertical one. Well, you tried to do it with one sitting. It would be one recording. I probably wouldn't stream all of it, but I'm thinking it would be fun to do like the first 3 hours to get up to Gotlap and bots, and then switch to a controller for the rest of the run. And since once it gets to just blueprinting, I don't think the controller will be... I mean, it will be a pretty significant loss, but if I just like, paste way more than I need and just spend my time connecting belts, I think that would be pretty possible. You can see the pattern too. Yeah. I think the issue is that I don't actually have a large enough sample size right here to make a pattern. Because it would extend like this way. Unless I'm missing something. I'd say just screw it and redesign it. I think that would be just as fast at this point. Although I'm looking at it now and it doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Let's try chopping this one down. Because I like this grid. Maybe I just don't need to make this grid compact. Or what if I remove the roboports and all the belts? That could help. Honestly, that could help a lot. If I removed the belts from this, it would make way more sense. Okay, so let's try that. Delete roboport. Delete belt and delete undergrounds. Okay. Is there anything it lines up with? Wait. No. Well, it lines up here. That's something. Oh, wait. Aha! I found the diagonal symmetry. But I haven't found vertical. I haven't found a way to align it vertically. Unless I need to stagger it as I build. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Okay, I think I'm onto something here. I just need to try to find like Waldo right now. Oh my gosh. uh how do I look for this? Surely there has to be a better way, but I don't know a better way. This is just pain. I wish I could move arrow keys a little bit slower. That would make it somewhat more viable. Yeah, I can't find a diagonal pattern. But I'm trying. I need to make it that it consumes an entire belt of resources, so I need to figure out how to make it a little bit longer. But yeah, the fact that it does line up vertically if I copy 4, that's a good sign. That's at least something. And then I feel like if I go down and to the right, that should work. But that doesn't work. That looked like it would work, so I don't know what I'm missing. Still doesn't work. Oh, that's a... I see. Okay. We got it. Yeah, okay. That is quite the pattern. It's not a big deal because once we have it, we're done. Have you tried using the mod assembly analyst? What's that? Does that help you figure out a pattern? It helps you pinpoint bottlenecks in the designs. So the problem with that is that there will be downtime. This design is built around there being downtime. So it wouldn't really give me that much information. Um, yeah, I don't think it'll give me that much information. We'll see, but yeah. Because it looks like it's a advanced version of a bottleneck mod. But the thing is, these don't run full speed, and I know they don't run at full speed. But it's either this or I use twice as many inserters. So it's like, there's not a great option if I want it to run full speed. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a good call, but I had to choose between speed and... Wait, do I have... Are all these connected to logic? No, they're not. Cool, so we'll have to connect some to logic. But that's fine. I think we figured out where the tessellation happens. If you paste something with logic on something else, does that paste logic on it? Nope, that didn't work. Oh no. Oh gosh. No, that's not the pattern. There's there's more wires than there should be, right? Or is that the pattern? Oh wait, no, that is the pattern. It just looks really messy. Okay. And then we're just going to delete this bottom corner and replace it now that we kind of have the pattern. Okay, so these should all have logic. Yes, they do. And it is correct. Perfect. Okay, now that we have that, we can copy the top section, which, oh god, we lost track of it. This thing. We just need to make sure we get the power poles here somehow. Does this work? Yes. Will you do a rough plan blueprint for the main base? It will be entirely blueprinted and staged, obviously. If I am playing with a controller, there is no way I would do it if I did not have an entire stage blueprint. We did the run entirely once without blueprints. That means we don't have to do it again, ever, without blueprints. You mean the main base? Yeah. What do you mean the main base? I said the main base. The whole main base will be staged blueprints. This doesn't tessellate anymore. Is there a power pole that's not supposed to be there in the original? No. I think I need to put this on the other side, because this pattern doesn't seem to work anymore. Oh wait, because this power pole is this power pole. Wait, is it? Or do we need another power pole? Are we missing a power pole? This goes these two, this goes these two. I think we just need to move it. Include a small section that is stupidly optimized sushi? No, I will not make that promise because that sounds really bad. Burner inserters and sushi don't really mix very well. Does it matter which one's red? I don't think it does. Oh wait, yes it does. Red has to be... Okay. Yeah, this doesn't work. Yeah, you can wire a burner. We're currently setting up a design... we are currently setting up logic to make it that they don't activate unless there's a lot of coal for the ones that are very low. Can you wire a burner miner? I doubt it. Oh, you can. I thought you couldn't wire miners. Can you wire miners? Is that a thing you can do? Is that how people do the mixed mining protection? But yeah, we can wire a burner miner. I don't see why we would, but we can. Okay. Yeah, I think I just need to take whatever small segment I know I have and then work from there. That means we delete all this. Burner miners are not smart enough. And how the self-expanding bases work? Aren't the self-expanding bases mods? I just assumed they had something in there to do that. I guess there's more to it. Okay, where is that? Where's the logic? We can use this one. Okay, I think we need to move some power poles around. So like this one right here is kind of in the way. So I think it would be better, because what did I say the pattern was? I don't have enough here for the pattern. That's the problem. Because the pattern is here, I believe. No, only kinda, because you can't automatically blueprint things. Gotcha. I just figured they added like a lot more to the logic. This doesn't work. Right? Oh, okay. I see the pattern. This goes one tile over. Okay. This should be how they tessellate. So if I copy this and hover it over the main base, it should work. This isn't... No, it is not. That's not how they tessellate. Okay. Cool. Glad I set that up correctly. Am I expecting to have full inserter stack size researched? Yes, I am. That is 100% necessary for burner inserter stuff. If you want to not have, if you want to not be, not have 1,000 inserters. And even then, things have trouble running full time. Yeah, a fully upgraded inserter moves 1.8 items per second, which means it's still not fast enough for a wire assembler. You still need 2 of them. They're really bad. Unless the wire assembler is part-time, of course. Should I just do this? Should I just tessellate it that way? I feel like that's the easier solution, right? Like, sure, it's not as compact, but how much wider is it really? This is 10% wider, I think. Because we're not doubling up on as many belts. No, is it wider? I don't think it's wider. Maybe it just changes where the gaps are. That could be it. It could just be a difference in where the gaps are. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be burner inserters. Okay, and then if I copy this down, does this tessellate now? Because I also need it to be vertically copyable. No. No. Is there any way it copies tessellates? Okay, good, good. That as long as we have something. Yeah, I can live with that. Why is that there? That's in the wrong spot. Okay, we'll replace them with undergrounds. Seriously? Thanks, Smart Belt. I can never trust you. There we go. Okay. I don't think this has any downsides, does it? Yeah, I think this is just, I feel like this was just me building it, and then just kind of building it as I went, and some weird pattern developed. I don't think it was intentional. That was like 6 months ago, in my defense. So, that's fair. Oh, I was wondering why we were scrolling so slow. There we go. Okay, let's see if they all have the connect item in the connect resource. Okay, I think this is right. So now this is something I can copy, and aside from the fact that this is not connected, which it should be now, I don't understand this. Oh, is it based on the order you connect them? Do these just rotate? I feel like these just rotate. I'm not that concerned. Not that bothered by it. Okay, and then the last one that needs to connect is this one. Yeah, I don't like how this one crosses, but I don't know a good fix, so we'll just leave it. It might be because those were placed. Oh no, we ran out of undergrounds. Wait, what is our inventory full of? There we go. I don't use editor mode much. I don't know the shortcuts for building things. Can you put an infinity filter in your inventory? Is that something you can do? So that way you never run out. Because that's the one thing that I always have trouble with using editor mode, is I don't know how to have infinite of a belt. So I just keep shift clicking or Q picking until it works. Yes. You can Q pick an editor. Well, Q picking is great until you run out of an underground halfway through. So that's not a good solution. Settings, second and third last. Wait, oh, this setting. Second and third last. I was looking at the second and third section. But yeah, that's what I've been using. And the problem is I keep like missing a single underground because I ran out while I was dragging it. Ah, thank you. So now I'll always have 50. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dice. That is so much nicer. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now this looks set up. This looks okay. And then these should both be iron, I believe. Copper, copper, iron, iron, iron? Wait, what is this lane? Oh, I see now why I had that weird pattern. It removed an iron belt. So that staggering was so that I could get these two iron belts to share the same belt. Ah. Okay. I'm glad I'm not just dumb. I mean, I am, but not for that reason. That was actually a very valid design. Cool. There is the problem. This doesn't utilize full belts properly. I couldn't get the balance to work to where I, had 3 belts of copper to 1 belt of iron. But you kind of have to make some exceptions when you're using burner inserters. It's hard to get the ratios right. Okay, so that means it is worth staggering it. So if we remove this belt... Oh, where's my underground? Where are you at? Yo. There we go. Okay, so it is worthwhile to try to place this. So I think it went something like this, right? I have no idea what those inserters are trying to grab from. I think there used to be a belt there. Okay, so does that mean it goes like that? I think I see it. Okay. That looks right. Okay, and that condenses it a little bit. Okay, cool. So now we have an actual pattern that we can use that hopefully is set up properly. I think we need to move the power pole around a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this is somewhat functional. Is there any chance you'll upgrade to assembler 3s with 4 prod modules? I can't get the output for that, I think is why I didn't do that. It's not possible to output fast enough to utilize it fully. Maybe. I think it was considered, and the problem was the output inserter can't output fast enough, and doubling up the output inserters didn't seem worth it. But I'm not sure. It might be a better option, but it is better for UPS. Double output inserters though? Also, is that more iron limited? You gotta remember, the worst thing for UPS is the buffers for steel. Like, it is a very significant hit to UPS. So that is a consideration. Doubling up on them is really bad. But it's worth considering. Just a single output. Will a single output work? Yeah, we'll look into it. Would it be a prod mod in every single one of them? Or would it be one here and then probably just the one that has the 2 that have two ore, I imagine. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see what the difference is. Because I imagine we can afford it. We'll have like 16 hours. So we'll have a lot more time to build up things like modules. Okay. I'm so glad that I figured out the pattern, if I can call it that. I wish rate calculators worked so I could figure out how many things I needed. But oh well. So is everything connected? I think we are still missing a connection for some of them. Let's see. This one's connected. This one's connected. These vertical ones are connected. So these vertical ones also connected. So which one's red? Red is copper. Red is always copper, I think is what we decided. Yeah, so that would be... I'm glad I actually stuck with it for once. Because normally I don't. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, I think that's right. And then that means this one is also missing a row. Yeah, because the pattern that we changed it to makes it that I think the belts overlap. Okay, that should be good. It doesn't have any yet. That means it's working fine. They are disabled. Okay, there we go. This is a good start. They all have double output. We should probably remove the trash before we go any farther. I really don't like how these can only run for so long, but there's not much I can do about that. uh, and having a bunch of chests that possibly remain unused, that will 100% plummet my UPS. The first attempt, 30% of my inserters were used on buffer chests, at least. And yeah, I thought the run was going to be a lot longer, and I thought I was going to make a lot less. But then it turns out it was really easy to get UPS limited because these inserters are not good. Okay, now I don't think this entire section tessellates though, right? But maybe if I overlap it and stagger it. Wait, I saw it all blue. Oh, that's so nice. For the most part. Okay, I think we just delete the belts now and we redo this all. Let's just do the belts up to here. Because now we have something we can actually tessellate. Yeah, there we go. Time to add recursive blueprints to deconstruct inserters. That would be so useful. I have considered, not using blueprints for it, obviously, but I have considered the idea of designing it to where I cut the chest later. But the only way that would work super viably is to have like a long row of chests. With 4 prods in each assembler, you become iron limited, which means it's iron inserters that are working overtime. We could time them. Wait, does this not tessellate? Or did I copy something I'm not supposed to? I don't think this fully tessellates. Or maybe it's fine. Oh, you know what the problem is? This thing. I think. Maybe not. Because these have the same pattern. But for some reason my starting one doesn't. So let's see. If I paste it now, do I have errors? Yeah, okay. I think we maybe this was the conflict, not what I thought it was. We could time them. What are we timing? Are we timing chests or are we timing the inserters? Or timing the yellow assemblers? Okay, so I know I pasted a bunch of things without putting any belt, but I had to make sure they connected and tessellated well. So this would be, how many belts of resources is this? Oh, let's count the splitters. That's the easiest way. Okay, so this is 32 full belts of resources. How much can I expect to get from a lane? I'm not actually sure. Where's an average size patch? I think this is probably how big it would be. That's ooh, I can't really do the math. This is half a belt. Because we'll have mining productivity 4. Timing inserters that don't move full stacks is high level up. Oh, you mean time the inserters. Honestly, timing the output inserters isn't a terrible idea, but how significant is it? Is it the difference between like me having 25% more UPS? Because that would actually be pretty substantial. Okay, but realistically, these are all basically full lanes. So that means we can expect about 10 iron lanes, 12 iron lanes from a patch, and then equivalent 18 copper lanes, or we do 24 short ones. So yeah, it should be about this size. So this is the correct width. Oh my gosh, it has 1,600 inserters. Wait, how many inserters did I use in my original? my original base. Hold on. Um, what was the inserter count here? Oof. Oof. I did not like that blueprint. 54,000 burner inserters. I didn't realize it was that many. Right, this is why we're trying to change our design. Yeah. Okay. Because this was our original outpost, which worked pretty good, but having the direct insertion does save like 4 inserters per assembling machine. 4 to 6 inserters per assembling machine, which is like 1,000 per outpost, which is pretty big. Also, well, okay, this also, because of how it was designed, because it's not using direct insertion, it's possible to get ore before, to get plates before fuel, so I had to double up on the inserters. It was overall a bad time. So this design really did not work very well. That doesn't mean it can't work, but it didn't. It also didn't help that I did accidentally make like 30% more copper furnaces than I needed. But yeah, I feel like this new one is very promising. I don't know how to do UPS comparisons very well, because it would be nice to compare the two designs to see if one of them is actually better or if this is, all entirely useless, which is, a possibility. I just hope it's not. That's not the case. It isn't enough to save on inserters. What you care about is optimizing inserter sleep times. Well, we also had a lot of inserter sleep time. When you have 60,000 inserters, cutting inserters just in general is a pretty significant impact. It feels like enough to start with, at least. But yeah, we'll try other patterns. It's taken an hour to figure out the output. Fortunately, this is the hardest part of the base, because this is the thing where like 90% of our inserters are going into, like pretty much all of our resources. So it makes sense that this is going to be a bit trickier. There we go. There's the staggering. Okay, so it can stagger downward. I know I didn't connect any belts, but we're just going to test it with run row and see how it works. Because I could do math. But you know what's easier than math? Guessing. It works very well. So we're just going to run this. Oh, wait, these are all facing the wrong way. Okay, maybe guessing isn't the greatest plan. If we change our mind, we can just delete them. Yeah, we can also try with yellow assemblers, but they're so expensive, aren't they? Actually, I don't think I have the energy. I don't know if I would have the energy to run yellow assemblers. Because remember, we don't have nuclear power. We have to run everything with steam power. Which means fully prodded yellow assemblers are very power hungry. Which is not so great. Doesn't mean we can't work around it, but it definitely complicates things a little bit. Okay, we're just gonna cut the last ones because those might use undergrounds. Okay. Let's test this with some infinity chests and see how it works. Is it still paused? Yes, it is. Why does these not show me what's inside it? Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay, so these are iron lanes. Oh, wait. They're all in the wrong spot, though. Okay, inserters, more inserters. And then this will be iron, and this will be iron. In theory, at least. Unless I clicked wrong, which is very possible. Okay, oh, wait. No, this is iron. Well, this one technically is iron, but this isn't the iron lane I need. Right? Yeah, I think so. These don't have anything grabbing on it, right? Yeah, these don't have any logic attached to them. Okay. It's not powered. Whoops. Let's give it an infinity thing first. There we go. Now it's powered. Okay, they're all getting resources. That's a good sign. These are disabled. Perfect. I like that. I like that a lot. It really sucks that burner inserters are terrible. It's they're always going to be idle. You have to place so many extra. Okay, so I think we found the limit. Okay, it looks like we can build it about, well, actually it can go a little bit farther. But if they're not running full speed, I should probably cut them. So it looks like it ends about here, roughly. Oh wait, it's backing up now. Oh, should I have been doing 2 sets at once? I probably should have been doing 2 sets at once. Why aren't these working? Why aren't they working? What's wrong here? Oh, I didn't set up the second copper lane? Oh, wait. Are these disproportionate? I thought I planned for them to be balanced. Um, are they not? Wait, let's see. I think it's a very easy fix, but I think we might have accidentally done the wrong inserters. Okay, so this row has 24. And this row has... Oh gosh, wait, where did I count from? Huh. I don't know if these are balanced. So what would this row be? I guess I should just do the whole lane so I don't have to remember. Yeah, there's not a great way to count these, is there? This is clearly taking more copper. So that makes me think that the distribution isn't correct. There's supposed to be an even amount of furnaces on each of them. I think it's as simple as just flipping a couple of the inserters to take from the other side. Like this one should be taking from here instead. Which is probably another reason we had the weird tessellation. Are we going to be copper or iron limited with this? I'm not sure. Yeah, these are very, very broken. Okay, so we know where it tessellates on though, right? It tessellates on this. Okay, so if we just take one section right here, I think we can use that to side balance things. Somehow. Yeah, because this now has a pattern. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is the pattern that gets copied. So we have 6 and 7. Oh wait, we can't even count that way because they're not going directly into furnaces. I guess we just count the furnaces. 1, 2. On that side, 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. Wait, how do I count these? This is such a weird design. Maybe I should have just wasted the belt. Like how bad would it have been to waste like 200 belt on every outpost? That would have made debugging this so much better. Because it's obvious right here. Like, this is consuming more copper than the other side. So there's clearly a balance issue. So if this one is taking too much, I guess we just... What if I tell them only to ever grab from the left? Is that an option? What are the 2 copper belts? Because that would definitely simplify it mentally. It's like this is a copper lane and this is a copper lane. This one cannot grab from the left. Okay, well that eliminates that option. So this is 1, 1. Which one? Where's the doubled? Oh, the doubled up ones are here. I mean, it has to be possible to balance it. We have an even number of copper furnaces, and they have the exact same pattern. It's just the output inserters that go into weird spots. Maybe I shouldn't have copied it that many times, especially since now I know that it can only go this far. Well, actually, that might not even be true. That could just be because of the copper distribution issues. This almost works, though. Can I, like, count it? Is there any way? Can I count the consumption? There has to be a better way than just guessing. But I can't visualize how things look right now. Okay, so this one needs more taken from it. What if we just... Every doubled up inserter we move over to the right? That doesn't feel like it fixes it. No, I think we just have to copy it a bunch of times and then count, right? Because then I can at least picture it. Wait, how did this... I thought this was something I could tessellate. Is this not? Oh, it tessellates at the end. Okay. Because if it's longer, I can picture it a lot better. It's a little bit harder to count, but I can definitely picture it. So 1... Okay, we're going to count this entire row first. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, that's 18. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this missing verses? No, it can't be. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How is that not balanced? Is there something else going on? Is it not a copper balance issue? Do I have the wrong inserters doubled up? Oh, I see the problem. Yeah. This belt wasn't connected. That was a great use of time. Okay. I was like, I was so, like, the reason we have a weird inserter pattern is because I was aware that was a problem when I was designing it. So I fixed it, and now there's a really weird pattern. Like, the random single inserters on the side. It was a fix for this issue. There we go. Okay, we'll just repaste it. Let it start working, let it run for a bit. Okay. I guess I must have deconned most of my base, because I should not be getting 700 UPS in this. Which means, yep, that would do it. We deleted everything not Outpost related. Okay, now that it's actually working, I imagine there's going to be a pretty significant delay. Yeah, definitely a pretty significant delay, but this is now actually working full speed-ish. Well, now it's not getting copper. Oh, wait, is it broken or is it not balanced? Is this not getting a full lane? I wonder if they distribute weirdly. There's clearly issues. Oh. It's the exact same issue as before. Okay. I see the problem. We have so many interconnected belts that it's really hard to connect the middle section of this. So we'll need to be careful about that in our blueprint. What did you send me? It is often better for UPS when the belt is still when inserters pick up from it. Is it? I mean, we could do something like that. How much does that waste? So, does that stagger it at all, or does that just make it that we have, like, undergrounds? The technique is called belt stubs. How much does that increase the cost? I imagine the cost isn't going to be significant. Let's see. It will increase the entity count by probably like Yeah, probably only by like 5%. That's reasonable. Considering I imagine I'll still be UPS limited. Okay, so you double up on belts here? Okay, wait. Do you change the pattern? Do you change the pattern here? I can't see how these connect. Oh, wait, is this the original pattern? Okay, yeah, the original design is a little bit different. I guess I didn't copy it perfectly. Or I'm looking at a different section. Okay, I think this is the one. Wait, isn't there a setting for the blinking? Which one is it? I know it's one of these. There we go. Entity status. I thought I clicked that one first. I just missed it. Okay, so I'm looking at something like this. Yeah, we could do belt stubs. We will have to move the power poles, but that's not a big deal. But the balance here seems a lot better. That's good. Cool. So we'll be able to do a lot shorter. Wow, this is an entire lane of copper. That's crazy. I guess it makes sense. That is 18 partially running furnaces. That can't be right. Oh, because I need to count all the way down. Wait, 17. Why is it only 17 furnaces? Should be able to run 12. Oh, because the rate, right. Copper is not going to be our limiting factor. Iron is. Unless we switch to your design with yellow assemblers, which I'm still not convinced I can run, but let's look at that real quick. Because, like, the savings on the assemblers will have to be pretty significant. For what will it be? How much of an increase to power will it be? 1 megawatt per assembler. 1 steam engine per assembler. Okay, that's not too bad. 1 steam engine per assembler is how we measure things. It's 4 to 5 times the power requirement. So like 1 set of steam engines per outpost. If the UPS savings are substantial, this could work. Okay, so then it ends up being iron limited. I wonder if this is iron limited. Can I remove an inserter here? Is that better? So now it's copper limited again, but it uses half as many or 30% fewer furnaces. I can't. No, I don't think that's the right side. Oh, I accidentally downgraded them. You don't know. Yeah, that was mostly a rhetorical. Sorry, that was mostly a rhetorical question because that's such a specific thing. Okay, so we can reduce. I really do like the fact that I don't know, that this is smaller, so much easier to build too. Wait, do I have the? I don't think I have the module inserter mod in this. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do the OG way. Oops. We need an infinity builder for prod modules now. We clicked on the chest. Whoops. Okay, there we go. The one spot we can't click on, well, two spots we can't click on. We also can't click on blinking entities. Okay, yeah, that probably looked terrible for. That probably looked absolutely awful for bitrate. I don't know why that was backed up. Oh wait, did I somehow put like an entire stack in there? Okay, can I like calculate them? I guess I could do a comparison to see which one produces more. But like realistically, the thing that I care about right here is... Actually, I don't know what I would care about more. efficiency, remove the inserters, play it for a bit. I'm assuming this one is going to be more. Oh, that's a pretty significant difference. Oh, okay, that's like a 25% difference. That's actually pretty big. uh, it looked like this was a lot more limiting than it was. I still might be able to cut this inserter though. Let's see, what's the downtime of this guy? This is copper limited. Okay, so we still might be able to cut this assembler. If we can cut that inserter, that simplifies a lot. Robot voice engage. Is it doing something weird? Did I like re-roll? Oh, I probably like used the entire CPU with something. I could do that. I could see that. Okay, let's try this. Let's see the difference between one inserter. I don't know why I keep hovering over it. 107, 93. So that one inserter does make a 10% difference. Oh, it was not on your end. It would be really weird if the robot voice was on one, on the viewer's end. Okay. This seems reasonable. Do we still have our original design? That's this one, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to use these as test samples. So we're going to grab them. These circuits are just... Wait, can we do a... Oh. Ah, okay. I like this command. That is so useful. Your boxes are not from this millennium. Wait, does it do the robot voice whenever I max out the UPS? Should I just not be running it as fast as possible? So 147, 118. Okay, that just has to be a timing thing. We'll run it for a little bit longer. Because now these should be identical. Unless I messed one of them up, which is possible. 309, 249. Because this should be running full speed now, and I don't think there's any differences between the two designs. Yeah, okay. So that's just belt delay. The fact that the second one was getting more more resources, and had more production than the original design definitely means cutting the inserters is a bad idea. So what is this? Oh, that's like 30% more iron. I like that. Well, that one's not really increased at all. Is this messed up some way? Okay, so we're looking at a 30, nah, probably not that much, like a 15% improvement in output at the cost of a very, very expensive lane to make. Like, oh my gosh, this is so expensive. We could probably get away with fewer prod modules. Wait, does this need prod modules at all? If this is iron limited, I don't know if it needs those. Yes, it does. Okay. But maybe it doesn't need as many. Maybe it can go with like 2. And then maybe we could put efficiency modules in it to offset the power. Nope, still wire limited. Okay. So it actually does need most of them. I guess the delay is probably pretty high. Okay, the bottleneck it has is actually pretty close to both. If it takes so long for it to change, for it to shift. This is actually decently balanced. I really hate that these cost an entire megawatt to run when I can only use steam engines. I don't think that's going to be great. Our power plant is going to be massive. How many is this? This is 80 megawatts. This is 2 power plants to run this. I don't know if we can justify that. Power plants are very, very hard to run with burner inserters. I wish I had nuclear power. That would simplify things a lot. 80 megawatts versus What is this, 20 megawatts? We'll see. It's a very easy downgrade. If I decide to go with one versus the other, it's pretty much an immediate fix. Like, because all you have to do is run a downgrade planner with it and maybe remove some prod modules, but yeah. Isn't power super easy to make? No. Not really. Might even be worth to use efficiency 1 in the blue assembler. Possibly. I did consider it. The downtime of them is pretty low, so they really only cost like 100 kilowatts. But power is tricky when you don't have nuclear, and you have to make like multiple gigawatts with steam engines alone. So I don't know how easy it is to make, especially with the lake. I would need to steal someone's pump blueprints for how to get more water off of a lake as well. What did we end up using at the end? Let's see. Let's save this. I don't know what we used in the other at the end of the run. I think we were power limiting at some point. Yeah, we only ended up using 500 meg. Well, I think that's because a lot of it stalled, right? Actually, no. No, most of the base is running. So if I go into editor mode and run it, we have a 5 UPS headroom. Yeah, we really did max out our base. So I guess our old design is only 500 megawatts. So maybe it's not that bad. And power is not that tricky. I mean, this is me completely getting the ratios wrong. I don't know why. I was looking at I think I looked at it as how to make an entire belt of these things, and then I just pasted it. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. So yeah, I think we have way too many chemical plants. But yeah, we could probably do something with power. We would definitely need to have a staged power plant that set up to multiple tiers, or like some way to like stagger it to connect all the pumps, because that will be with a controller, which actually that's a large reason why power is not easy to make. This part of the run will 100% be done with a controller, so we'll have to make the power plant one blueprint that we can paste. We don't really have a way around that. It will have to just be one blueprint that has like, or one blueprint book that has like 20 stages we don't have to think about. But looking at this power consumption, I would say, yeah, we could probably get up to a couple gigawatts, which is 10 outposts, right? 10 outposts at 10, 10 lanes of iron or something like that. No, 10 half lanes of iron. Is that how much it is? Is each outpost processing 750 iron per second? I think it is. Yeah, 750 iron per second. Like 1.2, so that's 900 chips per second per outpost. Is that right? There's no way that's right. No, my math's off somewhere. 7.5. Yeah, my math's off by a factor of 10. Whoops. I actually wrote 75. Okay, 320 green chips per hour. If my goal is up to 5 million, so that would be about 15 outposts. So that would be each outpost is 400 megawatts with yellow assemblers. Oh my gosh. Right? I'm pretty sure each outpost is 400 megawatts. I don't like that. That is insanely high. What are the other options there? Randomizer, icon randomizer, Perna 100. Oh wait, it's in the same folder. Perna 100 outpost design. Okay, well it is an option. Let's see, how much of this? Okay, actually this is okay, each outpost will be about 300 megawatts, I think. Because this right here is 3 lanes of iron, if set up correctly, which means this is a third of an outpost. So yeah, we're looking at 250 megawatts per outpost, and if we do 15 of those, that's up to 4 gigawatts of power. That sounds so absurdly high. That's 100 power plants. Well, okay, I guess with solid fuel, that's um, 50 power plants. Is 50 power plants reasonable? How many pumps does an actual any percent run off of a single lake? If I could get 50 pumps, this is an option. If I think I can get 50 pumps, we can do this. I don't know if we can get 50 pumps. But if you can get 50 pumps in the starter lake, we're good. I could consider not turning off water. That does run into the risk of possibly not being able to finish, but that gives you more water to access because you don't want to be stuck inside a lake and then just, you know, not be able to expand. You think they do 150 offshore pumps? Okay. Oh yeah, because nuclear isn't more water efficient, is it? It's Wait, is it? I guess it's half the water efficiency. Wait, do they get up to 25 gigawatts in the regular any percent? Because that's how the math would work out, right? Roughly, if it's an entire nuclear plant. Because let's say they use like 100 water per second to produce like 10 megawatts. So they're like, ooh, oh, they're a lot more water efficient, aren't they? But yeah, that means they must use an absurd amount of power. I guess they do have. I guess it is a lot of it is electric furnaces. That probably simplifies things a lot. Okay, but that makes it a lot more manageable. We can maybe do power. I don't want to think about the steam engines right now. That sounds awful, but it is a consideration. This is possibly viable. What's the cost of this? It has to be pretty high, right? 80 assembly machines. Actually, that's not too bad. That's really not too bad. I can't think of the recipe right now, but I want to say that they are just a regular assembly machine plus two assembly machines plus 4 speed modules. Those are cheap. We'll probably have to make the first outpost close and actually use those green chips. Would probably be a good idea. Actually, no, that's a terrible idea. We should just make a larger green chip build in our own base. This one should only be. I don't want to belt out. I don't want to belt circuits back to the base. I kind of forgot. We'll be using a controller. We can't do something like that. They merge 3 offshore and then pump it around so they can maintain throughput of 3,030 to 50 pipes. Gotcha. So I would be using a lot of pipes. um, I don't actually. Is that enough steam? Oh wait, I was doing the math wrong. I need 2,000. I need 25. I need about 3,000 in each of them. So I would be using every single one of those. I would be using that exact same amount of water, but I would be using it with steam engines. Oh, cool. Okay, so your stub idea. Let's go back to that. He's called it belt stubbing, Factorio belt stubs. Is there any estimates on how much better it is? Those inserter speeds, yeah. Aren't they great? Is that like full speed? I keep looking at them and thinking my computer's lagging, but I think that's just how fast a burner inserter moves. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I do like the belt stub idea. Especially since they have trouble grabbing from belts. I might... It might be worth it to consider red undergrounds. Oh wait, no, that's a terrible idea. Never mind, that was the dumbest thing I've ever said. We should not consider red undergrounds. Well, okay, I've said dumber. But red undergrounds means these will never run, so it doesn't look like red belt is an option with this kind of design. I don't think that's necessarily a problem, considering we can't get a red belt of resources. Like, I might as well just connect 10 different belts directly and call it good. They really feel like they're just not working right. Maybe I'm just super used to fast inserters, so those look really slow. Yeah, we need to make all of these belt stubs, which you were able to do something with them that I did not expect. Right here, after one of the electronic circuits, you were somehow able. Oh, I see what you did. I think you have the resources coming from like here. So do you use a belt? Is the idea to use a belt stub for every single inserter? Is that the idea behind it? Like not a single inserter goes without one? Oh, let's make a blueprint of this. Oh my god. What is this? Okay. What are these? 80 megawatts for 4 belts. Sure. I'll figure it out. Every single pair. Gotcha. Did you do anything with the... Wait. I don't know if I recreated the same design. I'm looking at this now, and I don't know if this is the exact same pattern, which might be why my belt stubs don't look the same as yours. Wait. We need to upgrade them first. Okay. There we go. Because I think I did slightly shift the pattern, because I just try to, like, place it haphazardly. Let's see. Where is something that we might be able... Okay. No. No, I think the inserter positions are the same. Okay. Yeah, the inserter positions are the same. It's just a matter of... I must be looking at a different stage. The fact that it doesn't tessellate that well makes this so much harder. Let's just look at the top half. Give me something to examine. So you would have a lot of splitters everywhere like this. How do you get this one to grab from an empty belt? Do you split it off beforehand? Wait, why is there a splitter there? Oh, I see. Wait, do I see? That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel quite right. It's... I get the idea. What about this? Like 4 grabbing from a pair? Is that possible? Oh, wait. There we go. I see the problem. That's what was wrong. I can't get these ones to not grab from it. I can't get that gap that you have. Oh, I'm looking at a different spot. Oh, okay. I see. The one that I should be looking at to like compare it to your screenshot is this one. Oh, that explains why I can't line it up perfectly. Okay. Is something like that still worth it? To have it backed up between like 6 inserters? And with your understanding of the belt stubs? The idea to just break it up as much as you can. And if it's not possible, just do a longer one. This feels like it might block chest. No, okay, it doesn't block chest. Well, ooh. It might block chests. And I think we can. I think we can design it around blocking chests. I think we can avoid it if we really try. Really, really wish there was a pattern. Well, we remembered how to make the pattern, right? Yeah. We just delete all the belts and now. Okay. And then this just goes there. Okay, so let's make a new one. And we'll try to turn this into stubs. Wait. Oh, but the stubs complicate the pattern. The pattern barely works as it is. What was my old design? Did I have an old design where I had twice as many belts as I needed? That one seems a lot more viable as this goes on, because it just keeps getting worse. I guess I can probably tessellate it. I really don't like how I have to do such a large pattern. Smaller belt segments is better. Wait, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But if you can avoid it, is it still worth going for like a semi-longer one? Or do you just give up on that section? Okay, I think I have to make it tessellate 4 belts plus 1 on each side. That should work. Which I think that would be these 6. Let's see, we already have something there that we can like save as a backup. So we have iron, iron, copper, copper, iron, iron. Yeah, that should give us something to stagger. So we just need all the iron belts already placed. God, that has to be such a large pattern. Oh, cool, my stream disconnected. Welcome back. Am I recording? 6,000. Okay, we're fine. This design looks so much worse. I hate it more every second. It's not a bad design though, I don't think. It could be all for nothing. There is a very good possibility that it was worthless and I should have just gone with my original design, but I don't know, maybe it's fine. Like if my original design just had the proper amount of inserters, it could have been better even though it didn't have any direct insertion. It's hard to say. The original design was hard to do reliably, though. This one is actually a much more reliable design, which is also very important. Burner inserters have the weirdest considerations. Reliability should not be a factor. I wish I could do a smaller section at once. But I can't like visualize it at all. Okay, so I guess the first step is to just start building and then change it if it needs changing. Okay, this one has to grab from this, so this has to be a 4 inserter long section. There isn't really a workaround for that. I guess if we delete the undergrounds, that would be fine as well. Okay, and I guess another question: are splitters better or churns? Oh wait, I guess it doesn't matter. It's going in a straight line. Never mind. That one doesn't need an answer. Okay. That works okay. So far so good. Still so far so good. We'll have to do some weirdness with undergrounds, I think, to fit roboports in here. I don't know how that's going to work, but it's definitely something that needs to be done. And this is when it tessellates. Okay, I'm starting to see the pattern. I think we don't need to go all the way down to the bottom. We just want a little bit of overlap so we can visualize things. Oh, okay. That, honestly, I've been avoiding splitters because I just assumed they were not good. That changes things, not a lot, but it does change things a little bit. Does that work? Yeah, I guess the power pole location is not important right now. This looks cool. Then I can probably go through later and try to figure out where inserters can go. This can't be a belt stub with this design. Is there another way around it? Yes. Well, not exactly. Oh, I remembered. I was stumped on this one earlier. Okay, so if I want this one to be a stub, it's gonna be like 5 long, which I guess it's better than none, I imagine. This is a cool look. There might be another way. I'll come back to that one. Also, it might be a good idea to put resources on this so that way I can actually see out. Yeah, we'll ignore the resources. We don't want to break things. That looks almost right. We'll leave that for now. Okay, then we make another stub here. We go under. I like how this grabs from both sides for the coal. I wonder if that was intentional. Oh, this is another one where it's like a 8 long stub. Feels a lot less like a stub. I don't know. This feels more and more like it's not worth it, but I think it's because I'm missing something. Like not setting it up fully properly. There is the possibility, if this is set up right, no, this can still die if this is a splitter. Never mind, doesn't change. Doesn't matter if it's a underground or not, it still needs the logic. I was hoping I can maybe skip the logic there. Okay, and then this goes back to the original one, right? Or it should. If I copy this and paste it, it should connect. Kind of? Not exactly. Actually, none of that seems to connect. Oh, I left more of a stub than normal. Okay. That's good. Aside from this does not match the top. That's actually kind of bad. Oh, yeah, because I did. Yeah, I'm glad I extended it a little bit. So we need to get those red things to match somehow. So these don't match this top one, and that makes sense because... Does that make sense? Maybe it doesn't make sense. Which one's better? I guess they're just two different designs because I forgot how I designed the original one. Let's see, it goes... I wish I had copied more so I could actually like visualize it. I think it's something like this. Let's see, where are they? Furnaces here? They don't look the same at all. They should look identical, so I definitely copied the wrong section. Yeah, no, this is definitely not right. What did I copy? Yeah, whatever. Oh, I think I see it. Wait, no? Yeah, these are definitely different sections. Because this is one forward, left, right. This one is just down and down. Do I get off of the pattern here? Gosh. I'm back to dreading the pattern again. It just keeps looking worse. Okay, so we have these. One, two, one, two, one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 down. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Oh, right, because this isn't the pattern. The pattern starts here. Wait, so why am I trying to tessellate it off of that? If that's not the pattern, where's the issue then? Oh, the issue is the top of it. I was looking at the middle. Oh, it makes a lot more sense now. Okay, there we go. There we go. I found the pattern. Okay, so this is like an 8 long stub. This one is less. Right, this one is like 2. Okay, so the bottom design is definitely better. than this one. Well, maybe not definitely better. Okay, that feels a lot better though. Okay, I like that. And then we should be able to copy it down. Except the power poles are in the way. We're gonna have to reconnect all the power poles, which is a bit annoying. But I think we could probably get the power poles connected on a pattern that tessellates too, which would help. So like maybe I should need to just come up with a standard location for that. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's a pattern we can live with. I have no idea if this helps. Also, this looks like it was half an idea. So I don't know why there's a splitter here. No idea what I was going for there. Can I unfold this? Can I just like make this less wide? Because I have an idea. If I make it slightly wider, everything gets a little bit better. Just conceptually, my brain hurts less. So we take this, and instead of having this here, we have an iron belt that goes down and then back up. And it uses 10% more belt, but it staggers perfectly and without any thinking. No problem. I appreciate the help. I really wish this is something that I could do after I design the outpost. This kind of stuff is very, very manual, especially when there's not a good pattern. I might see if I can unfold the design a little bit, make it a little less belt efficient, just so I have like an easier time working with it. Because I don't think the slightly more compact design is actually going to matter that much. Do I still have it saved where I tried to recreate the pattern and it ended up doubling up on belts? Yeah, I think that's this design right here. No, iron, iron, copper. No, that's not that one. Iron, iron, copper, copper. I thought we had one where I tried to remake it and I got a pattern of iron, copper, copper, and then like 3 iron in a row because the iron weren't doubled up. Maybe I imagined that. It's like we copied one row, I think is how it started, without the belts. So I guess let's go back to square one. Where is square one? We don't really have a square one, to be honest. We'll just copy what we have and we'll remove the belt and stuff. Remove splitters as well. Where's the design we were working on? We're getting close to bot territory. That's fun. Underground. Okay, so something like this. Yeah, it wasn't so much the space as it was the extra belt, but I guess belt is not that expensive, so I really should not have worried about that. Because like the belt will just have to loop around or have a splitter at the front of it. Either one I think would work. Because it basically made it that the iron belts were not shared by 2 rows of furnaces or something like that. We just need to recreate it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. This just had like a 1 tile gap between it or something. How did we create that? I feel like we didn't have much trouble with it initially, so something definitely changed in our brain. I think we just did it. I think we just did it like that, right? Pretty sure it was that simple. We just pasted one right next to it. Yeah, that looks right. Because this is 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3. Why is there 2? Because these are not supposed to be there. Yeah, okay. So what's the downside of this one? The downside, I think this just has a weirder iron distribution, which can be fixed with a looping belt. Well, not a looping belt, but a belt that goes backwards. If I really want. Okay, so that should reduce the headache a lot. These don't have an output. These aren't supposed to be there in the new design. That's the problem. Those don't exist. Go away. And then we'll just cut this side. There we go. Okay, so I think that removes all the extra stuff. And then that belt goes unused. Yeah, okay. So what happens is that when we try to make it more compact, we do that, and then things get confusing. So now we're just gonna delete these extra furnaces that go nowhere and paste one directly next to it instead. And there we go. So then the pattern for resources will be iron, iron, literally no resources. This is just a coal belt. Okay, so we don't add an iron belt, we add a coal belt, which means that can definitely just steal from any of the other belts. We could do something like that if we really wanted to. Iron, coal, copper, copper, iron? Okay, so it adds a single coal belt. That's definitely something we can live with. And then I think that's the only downside. I don't know what this is. This clearly is not grabbing stuff correctly. Oh, because the pattern starts lower, right? Okay. Iron, coal, copper, copper, iron, iron, coal. Okay, I see the pattern. This is much nicer. I can live with this. Did we just delete any of the belts? I don't know if we deleted any of the belts. Also, I don't know if we need... I don't know if these should be placed in different spots. I feel like we should find a different spot for all of these. Yeah, I don't like that anymore. So yeah, if we're redoing it, we might as well redo it with cleaner connections. So first things first, we use the belt stubs, because with the belt stubs, it is... Wait a minute. This changes which ones are the outputs. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I mean, it matters for which ones I connect to the logic. But yeah, if I loop them around like this at the end instead of putting the splitter at the beginning, that does change the logic a little bit. I don't think it's a concern though. It is a lot easier to figure out. Yeah, we're just going to make them all the same direction. We're going to do a splitter at the beginning. If we do a splitter, it's a lot easier to visualize and extend. We can always change it if we want to later, but can't imagine we are that concerned with it. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's a weird gap, but then it should be 1, 2.5. 1, 2, 2.5. That's good. And then if there was another furnace here, it would be here. Right? Yeah, okay, cool. This is actually a pattern. I like it. And now that this is something we can copy, we delete this half. Because this would just paste here now, but to the right. And it would be so nice. Yep, there we go. Okay, glad we just gave up on making it compact. That makes life so much better. I guess removing all the power poles would also be good. Not like power pole savings is a concern, but it makes it a lot cleaner to work with. We'll power things later. Okay, now we have very straight belts that we can use for trying to do the, what's it called? Wait, and then this tessellates... Well, this one's not really tessellating. Now it just goes down. There we go. Okay, so this is the block that we copy. And it goes up to here. There we go. That looks nice. Except for the fact that I accidentally cut the chest. We do need to make sure it has a chest. If we accidentally cut any chest, we're doomed. And we've wasted a lot of resources. Because we need those chests. Okay, now we do the stubs. And now because it's on the same pattern, wait, is it? No, it is not. It's not exactly right. I still kind of want to stagger them. I'm still thinking staggering them is a good idea. Because then we could stagger them like this. And the advantage of doing it that way is the inserters are all lined up, so they share the same stub, and that sounds nice. That sounds really convenient. You could save a lot of inserters by using belts as chests. Look, I would be lying if I said I didn't briefly think about that. Mostly because of how funny it would be. Just have an infinitely expanding belt as a storage chest. Okay, this is cool. It's like a little X. And then again, does this tessellate now? Or not, yeah, does this expand? Okay. I like that. All the this looks like DNA. Do you see it, or am I can anyone see it? See what I mean? If we follow it, it goes like a little double helix. Nice. Blueprints are the DNA of all Factorio players. That's what I got from that. Oh wait, this isn't set up right. Wait. If these are supposed to tessellate, why don't they? Oh, is it because now it tessellates on a wider grid? Nope, it's not. It's not set up right. These should be in line with each other if we set it up right. How did I stagger them? Is this gap here not the same as this gap? That's 6. That's 7. What the heck is that? That all about? Oh, I see. It's because of this chest. Well, that's fine. Right? We can live with that. I don't know if we can really live with that. You know, if they're not going to be lined up anyway, we might as well just build it like this. That's easier. The only thing we need to be sure of, we just need to place the inserters to the left and the right first. So that way I know what to build around. There shouldn't be any assembly machines in the way. So we do a belt stub. We go around. We do another belt stub. We go around. Another belt stub. We go around, and then another belt stub. Wait, is it better to grab from a splitter or an inserter? I feel like it doesn't matter. Actually, maybe. Actually, in terms of the inserter working, I actually need them to grab directly from a splitter. I can't have them grabbing from a splitter. Inserters don't like that. Editor mode is cheating. Yeah, I should be planning my blueprints outside of editor mode. You caught me. Okay, so this should paste. There we go. Okay. Now we're talking. Although there's probably ways to like save entities here too. Like if we just go down. Actually, if we just keep this in a straight line, wouldn't that be better? Because this is curving and snaking a lot. But we can just do this instead. Yeah, okay. It didn't paste at all? Oh, you're right, it didn't paste at all. Well, it almost worked. It almost worked. Okay, well this is better. I'm glad we redesigned it. There we go. Okay. And now we can use a lot of undergrounds, save some entities, which is always nice. I don't know why those aren't the same pattern. They have to be. I believe they're the same pattern. Okay, that is one input done. These ones, I did decide I would... Actually, if I have a splitter here, should I just do 2 splitters and like have this split off into stubs? Probably not. Okay, there we go. Loop it back towards the center. That should be fine. These have stubs, good. I don't know why that... Okay, so those side ones aren't grabbing from stubs for some reason. That's weird. And we can't have it grab like that. Why is that one not grabbing from a stub? Is this one... Where does this tessellate? Oh, that would be the equivalent of this one, which also isn't. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we got some belt savings in here now. We're really cooking. I have no idea what this gap is. I feel like it just looks empty without the condensed design because there's so many more gaps. Like this one is definitely more aesthetically pleasing for like how dense it looks. Both Anti-V and Nephrons are designing their 100% base. One is using super optimized strategies to maximize UPS, and the other has a Northern EU accent. Yeah, exactly. This is the better base because it's optimized for UPS. That's what 100% runners are missing. He's cheating by just using a... Doesn't he have like a 5800 X3D or something? Or does he have the 7800? He definitely has a 3D chip. Or is that anti? That might be anti-elites. This one is optimized for oops. Yeah, that's also true. Okay, why can't I figure this one out? There we go. I figured it out. Just put a splitter. Problem solved. Okay, now for central stubs. Oh, okay, this is that problem from earlier where I have to put like 8 of them on a stub. Unless I could move them? No, technically I could, but I think I just have to accept that this one is going to be a little bit longer. I could do that. Huh, that's not a terrible idea. It might be a terrible idea. I don't think it's a terrible idea, but we'll see. The jury's still out on that one. It looks really easy to mess up. But that feels right. I wonder if I don't really know how these work. So it could be very possible that this is worse. You gotta look at power. Oh god. How many steam engines is this? Each chem plant can produce enough solid fuel for 3.3 boilers. Oh my god. That's amazing. That's a good design. I like it. Direct fed power. That's something. No, we're definitely considering that. That's also very stable too. It's not possible for that is 100% brownout resistant. Why do I like this? Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay. I, I, I wish I knew more about belt stubs and like how corners worked. Oh wait, now I am running into similar issues with this. I think I just make this one a little longer and go under it. Okay, that kind of has a pattern. Let's see if it actually does though. I guess it doesn't technically need a pattern because now they're in quadrants, which makes things a lot, a lot simpler. I guess I can do this side. I like how sometimes they're directly across from each other and sometimes they're not. Am I worried about brownouts here? Technically, this can brown out with a yellow belt. The odds of that are pretty low. If anything does have a brownout risk, or a black, I don't know what the word is. I go with brownout, but they're not really electric. They just die. Exhaustion? I could go with exhaustion. If they're at risk of exhausting themselves, I could always just add logic. Since we have the logic, we can put it on any inserters that are at risk. But grabbing across from another belt usually is fairly safe, as long as your fuel is not very specifically low. Like, you're getting one fuel every like 400 seconds. very specifically. There's an output underground missing between circuit and cable. Thank you. What if we do this? What if we fix the stub problem by looping it? No, I can't do that. These have to all go in the same way, same direction, or I will go crazy. I might actually do splitters all the way instead of the curve belts, just because they're a lot easier to visualize. I feel like there's definitely something I can do with this to fix it, because this feels a little bit off. Just a little bit off. No, that can't get a stub. Yeah, we do need a curve belt here if we wanted to back up. Is that worth it? I feel like in terms of cost savings, no. Saving 10 undergrounds is not going to be worth it. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry that much about undergrounds. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, you know, with this new way of staggering, never mind. The limit is still 8 hours, or roughly 8 hours. Can't you use the first splitter later? In which row? This one, the one where I have the underground, the weird curve. I feel like there's a way I can make this work. I just don't know what it is. I do believe. But maybe I don't. This middle section is just a mess. But that makes sense. This is where most of the inserters are. I could shift them over. I could make it one tile wider. Right? We can move everything from this furnace to the right. Oh, but then we share 2 belts. Actually, if I share 2 belts, we don't have any space left for stubs. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Wait, this isn't getting... That's not getting anything. Whoops. Oh, right. I removed it. Yeah, I remember now. I removed it because I didn't like it, which I think was fair. There is a possibility, and it's risky. I could make better stubs if I change where the inserters are, I think. We would just have to make sure that every time we take from the left, we also take from the right. But we can maybe like swap this inserter out and move it over here. And then we can do a better stub here. Well, actually, we'll do this side and then see. Let's get the other rows and see if it works. True 100% burner runners make sure their PC is powered by coal as well. That's so true. I'm not hardcore enough. I'm a failure. Can I just mirror these? Hold on, can I just mirror that? Does that work? Like, we have the pattern, right? We might as well go with it. This feels so empty. I feel like we're missing some inserters. Is it just me, or does it feel like something should be here? I think I'm just so used to my other design. Oh wait, this is just a coal belt. Nuclear rocket fuel. I really wish I could use rocket fuel, nuclear fuel. It's very unfortunate that there's no way to mine coal. You know that you are right. That is where the Roboport goes. This is just a coal lane. That's why it looks so empty. Coal is very sparse. I get the feeling that these don't need stubs. Because like I'm looking at this, and this has nothing on it but coal, which means it will be backed up. Like 100% of the time. And that goes for this one as well. So I feel like these don't benefit greatly from this. The other lanes, yes, because they have trouble grabbing resources, but something that's pure coal should be fine. And then now we replace it with undergrounds just for cost savings. And we get room for the Roboport again. I think that'll work. There is a good chance my PC is powered by coal. That is true. It might be coal powered. Not by my own home or not by my own hand, but the government did say that. Okay, I might as well put a Roboport in every single one. I have to be sure or invalidate the run. Your PC wasn't coal powered. This isn't a valid submission. So true. Okay, so this wastes a lot of Roboports actually. That's way better. That is half as many Roboports. And that's pretty close to the maximum distance. Okay, I like that. And then if we paste it downward? Okay. Yeah, now we're talking. Well, I'm running out of space to work on this. Let's go down here. There we go. I'm also gonna save this. I don't know if I have autosaves on. As long as he doesn't use solar, it's fine. I do use solar, not for my base though. We do have to have Solaris, unfortunately. There's not much we can do about Solaris. Okay, now we turn on blinking. But yeah, I like this. No, I like this a lot. And then we can tessellate it. I think I'm going to copy this down. Yeah, I only need solar for the achievement. Which is, so we're pretty much just using it for the achievement. Also, solar is so bad in a timed run. I don't think I would use it anyway. Which is nice to have that, like, rationalization. I did not copy this belt. That's fine. Oh yeah, I see the gap now. Is that the only one that was missing? I think so. Yeah, we just need Solaris disconnected. We don't need to use it for anything. I did briefly consider using solar panels in my original 100% run. It won't be 100% if you won't be able to finish in 16 hours. 16 hours, that's because 12 of it, or at least 12 of it, are going to be outposts. 8 to 12 hours of the run are probably going to be outposting. The launch will be well under 8 hours. We'll just have to launch. We'll probably be launching at like the 6-hour mark, to be honest. 5 to 6 hour mark. And then the rest will be outposting. This looks really clean. This is so much easier to visualize. Even with the stubs, this is like something I can look at and understand. There is one problem with saving entities on this belt. I don't think it's worth saving these entities I don't think it's worth saving these undergrounds. Because these undergrounds are going to be my emergency. Or I do two versions of it. Not entirely sure. Basically the issue is those undergrounds that I just replaced. If I need to expand the chest system, which I will for the first few, this needs to be straight. So saving a total of like, what is it? 40, it's probably like 50 belt. 50 belt per row. I don't know if that's worth not being able to have an expansion plan for later. Hello, Pasvandi. Welcome, welcome. I'm currently working on the green chip outpost design, which I think it's pretty decent now. As, you know, as far as it can be. Oh, wait. What about substations? Would substations be a good idea for this? You tried looking at using efficiency beacons? I love it. We could probably use substations. Are substations expensive? I mean, I know they're more expensive than power poles. But if I don't need to bring medium power poles over here, that's pretty nice. They're not too bad. They're just never worth it. They're worth it in space exploration. That's all it needs, right? Oh, this fits too perfectly to not use them. I think we have to use substations. It just, we have the perfect grid for it, basically. Okay, not really. We kind of had to force it in. But yeah, it's like the gap between these is exactly 18 tiles. As long as we can connect, as long as we can still connect the wires. So now we have, oh, we have weirder things, right? So these are coal. They do connect, that's good. Okay, so these are dedicated coal. So I guess we no longer have an iron lane, we just have a coal lane. But yeah, we should still connect these the same way. We'll do iron on green. Wait, is this right? I don't think, oh, if I use substations here, top left inserter is not covered by a substation. You're right. We need to go power all the inserters. I would be lying if I said I don't compulsively try to power inserters when I do burner stuff. It's just such a habit, you know? Okay, so substations I don't think are worth it. Yeah, I'm looking at this. We have, well, okay, so we could use less power poles if I want two belts to be on the exact same grid. That's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because like basically the dilemma I have right now is that these and these won't activate, or these and these would activate at the same time if I put them both on a green belt. I could, oh wait, I could, we have two options there. You could either say if it's greater than like 6, or I go with my original plan and flip the belts. Oops. So we go all the way around, and then we go back up, because this is just a coal belt. There's no other resources on it. And now everything's broken. But that way we can use one less grid, which I actually do like. It barely reaches. If all of these reach, I think it's a destiny. Oh, okay. We have to do that. That fits too perfectly. Yeah, okay. That should be fine. And then red wire, we do the same. And I really hope I didn't miss a copper wire with this. I might have missed a copper wire. Yeah, okay, that's not actually a good idea. We need to double up on, well, we either need to double up on substations or big power poles. That is unfortunate. I think it's better to just, flip it at this point. Yeah, we'll make them all go the same direction. Won't be a big deal. All go the same direction. We remove the logic. And then that gives us a couple of options. But I think the substations are still a good idea. Substation mixed with big power poles would be good. Because I do like these. They look nice. We'll do this one on the left side, because this also needs to power this one. And, oh gosh, can it reach the other one? Anything else that's grabbing towards it? That would be this one, and this one. Then we have to do like a big electric pole through here as well, which will take care of the things on the right, which I guess we can just put it there if we really want to. Yeah, that'll work. That works fine. See you, Dice. Thanks for all the help. Does that work? I think that should reach everything. Yes, it does. I'm just dumb and clicked on the wrong spot. Okay, so once we have this, this should paste decently because this is actually has a pattern, so we can work on a quadrant of it. It is more space, less space efficient. Where's the original design? Let's see if we can actually compare it. This is the original. So it is, oh gosh, it's actually pretty significantly wider. It's 3 tile, I think it's about 3 tiles wider for every like 30. So it's 10% larger. 10% larger horizontally. Vertically, probably the same. Yeah, vertically it's the same. So it is 10% larger. That's actually not too bad. That is definitely worth the headache, or the lack of headache. So where were we? We were connecting all the poles, right? Okay, so currently my green standard is that anything that grabs from a coal belt is green, which is ironic a little bit. I missed one. There should be 3. 1, 2, or there should be 4. 4. There's 4. Huh. Can this connect to both of them? I guess this one just needs to connect to 2 of them, which isn't a problem. Is this an optimized for number of crafting entities? In what way? Like, the number of belts that have to be placed? Or do you mean in terms of assemblers? That works. Okay. And then we do the red. Wire cannot reach. That's fine. Red, there should be 1 more. And 1 more. Oh, that can't reach. That's actually a problem. And it can't connect to that one. I could move this down, right? Let's see if that reaches. Okay, that should be fine. We need 1 extra power. That is so annoying. Okay. Wait. This is the same pattern as this one. Why does this not have that problem? Oh, wait. I see. This one's powered by the next set, so that should be fine. We just need a bit extra and we're good. So we now just delete these belts. Paste it again. And now they should all have logic, which we haven't done the inserter logic yet, so maybe that was a mistake, but I wanted to make sure the wire is connected, and they seem to be fine. And then I also have to make sure that my theory was right. It wasn't. There we go. This one is controlled by the one below it. Okay, that's why we couldn't get this connect. In our original one, I think we have the original power pole powering the one above it, which is weird. It means we're gonna have like a weird edge case on the end, but that's fine. Like, that's definitely not game breaking in any way. Okay, we'll just delete those. Okay, now we need logic for these, which it needs to be this much higher. So we'll just add a bit of a gap. I don't think it really matters where things connect. If I try to keep a similar gap, that should work. Okay, that should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. That's the same pattern. 3, 3, 4, 3, 3. Yep, that is a pattern. But yeah, we're not. So the reason we're not trying to limit the amount of transport belts here is because this design will also be used for the 4-hour version. And the 4-hour version needs this transport belt, possibly. So we're going to do that later, whenever I try to figure out where it will be. And I didn't want to do that initially. But to do a 4-hour design, it would look like this. Or sorry, an 8-hour design would look something like this instead. Which, this doesn't have a stub. What's the point of this? There we go. Don't know how we missed a stub there. That means we missed a stub earlier too. How did we miss that? Hopefully that, we're gonna undo that because I don't want to deal with it right now. I think I might break things. We'll double check stubs before we copy it like 4 times, and we'll be fine. But yeah, this can only run for 4 hours. If we want to make it run for 8, it is a little bit trickier, which is why we haven't done it yet. But yeah, this should work. We have substations, we have medium poles. That's perfect. And then this should work with. Wait, no, this doesn't work, does it? This isn't. No, this. I don't think this has enough logic in it. What's the problem here? These aren't the right belts. Because this controls 2 rows. Oh, these belts don't need logic because they don't grab from the sides. Okay, that's why. These rows used to not grab from the sides, or these used to be a shared belt, but now they're not. Okay, we're good. I was worried we were missing something. So this is an iron belt? No, this is just a coal belt. This is a copper belt. This is a copper belt. That's another coal belt, I believe. So let's just delete those. Put something on the sides, so that way we can see what it is. Oops, need to. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. But I should probably sideload it, because realistically, I'm going to attach just an ore belt with a splitter and call it good. Yeah, that should be okay. We need a substation up here and a power pole up here. So red is right? No, red is... red is right would have been a much better pattern. Red is right. That sounds like communist propaganda. But aside from that, it has a good flow to it. That counts for something. And then for this one, green is coal. Right, we went with green as coal because it kind of is funny. Because coal is very much not a green energy. And then I'll probably connect them up here. So we can actually connect them a little bit lower if we want to. Because this is the highest point it will go. So we'll delete these belts. We'll shift this down a little bit. And that should be good. Yeah, no, that looks good. We do need to reconnect the wire, unfortunately. I really like how I, oh, how did that disconnect? Weird. Oh, I might have clicked red twice. I really like how I use the substations here, just so I can visualize the two sets a little better. That's not why I use them, but I'm definitely happy for it. Okay, so that uses 5 substations for every 24 assembly machines. I think that is something we can live with. Because like that's definitely not going to be an significant increase to our red chip production. Considering these assembling machines themselves and the modules in them is 40 per assembler. Yeah, so the 5 that we use per 8 assemblers is nothing. That's like a, what, 2-3% increase? Okay, I like this, I think. And then let's cut it here at the tessellation. Or at the cut it at the grid. We need to leave that in one though. I don't actually like how that is. I wish I could move it, but that's fine. Okay, let's copy this and paste it again and see how it works. Oh, wait. We need to copy it without the top, though. Okay, so in theory, it should just need me to align some furnaces. And oh my god. I can't find the pattern. This is supposed to be a really easy pattern. What did I do wrong? Isn't that where it tesslates? Isn't it on the 4? Or is it right there? Oh, I copied too much. Okay. Wait. These belts don't line up. Why don't these belts line up? What did I do wrong? That's very confusing. This should work, right? I built it around this angle. And then we just copy the top and paste it with those furnaces lined up. Do I just have extra belt? Maybe that belt's just not supposed to be copied. Oh, okay. Yeah, that belt is just not supposed to be copied. Okay, that's not a problem. I think this is the issue. Let's try again. Yep. That was the issue. That was all that was wrong. This belt was supposed to stay on the right-hand side, but for some reason I put it on the left to try to like distinguish between the two, and that was a mistake. Now let's see. We need the circuits. So we can't cut the substations. Actually, can we cut the substation? Yeah, we can cut the substation in the pattern. We can't cut that though. Actually, can we cut the substation? No, wait, these don't connect, do they? I think I just can't tessellate it on without the substation there, which isn't inherently an issue. It just means I need to extend the pattern like slightly when I try to place it a few more times. So like something like that will work. Then we connect it. And now we should be able to copy it and paste it, and it should line up perfectly. Why does it feel like the substation is in a different spot each time? These should line up. Wait, the substations that I have connected to here, I don't need. I see. I keep copying these because I'm lazily like clicking the top, but really I need to just skirt under them. There we go. Is that right? Okay, finally. Circuit networks seem connected. Perfect. Now we can actually add the logic on them. So I want to do... Wait. They actually have logic on them already? Wait, did I do something smart? Oh my gosh. Except for the ones that I manually deleted. We actually did it. We set them before we copied them 20 times. I honestly didn't realize I did that. I thought I messed up and copied the wrong thing, but I'm not confident, so we're gonna click a bunch of times anyway. And now we need to copy this grid over. Wait, where does this line up? Here? Here. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now we just need to connect these. Red is coal. Red is coal. That's not right. That's not right at all. Red is copper because copper is red. And because coal is green. Logically. There we go. Okay. That took longer than I would have liked, but that's totally fine. We should be able to paste it now. And see how long we can extend this, because I don't actually know. Yeah, I'm not sure how many resources this consumes, which is a bit of a problem. See, we need an iron lane, a copper lane, and another iron lane. So this is copper, so iron is over here. Okay, I guess we could just pause it so then I don't have to think about things. Copper and I think these will be split off the iron patch in the way that I'm thinking of doing it, or maybe they'll be split off the copper. I think we're iron limited. We're gonna be copper limited. Okay. Since we're iron limited, we should actually split off the coal belt. Which doesn't really change that much, it just changes how I connect the input belts. So this should be iron. This should also be iron. And then this is actually going to be copper, which we split at the beginning. Like that. Because we're not going to be able to get a dedicated copper belt, or there's no reason to. We'll just want to hook it up like this. Okay, let's move this. For testing purposes, this should work perfectly fine. Okay. This is good. We'll call this version 1, even though it's like the 5th version by now. Now let's see if none of them run. The moment of truth. Does this base actually have a purpose? That's not right. Huh. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so much for that stub. We can still do a stub elsewhere, though. That's fine. Okay. That means that's broken at the bottom, too. I keep forgetting to not move around while it's running like 6 times the speed. My computer doesn't like that. So we don't really have a goal with this one. Yeah, I don't quite have a goal. I don't even know if this will be better. This is a lot of work for something that I don't know if it will be better than the original design. But like, you kind of just have to try stuff, right? 'Cause I don't really see ways to test UPS calculations with an entire setup without having the entire setup already built. Also, that we messed up that inserter, which means it's broken everywhere. Is this, somebody pointed this out at one point, right? Or is that a different one? That might have been a different one. Okay, we'll connect it, make that a stub. This is definitely not how we'll copy it, but it should be broken one more time. Yep, there it is. That works. I mean, they're technically all connected. That's not the stubs I meant to make, but it will work. Okay, the startup time is pretty high. This isn't getting any cables, which is weird. Why? Oh, wait. I don't think these are set up. Enable, hold. Wait. What did we do wrong? Is that dead? Wait. They're not powered. I see. That's what happens when you disable that, I guess. I thought I saw a burner insert. What the heck? We have logic for this. Well, that's not a good sign. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and blame the fact that my belts weren't connected properly. If not, this was all useless. Like, all completely useless. I wonder if it has to do with the stubs? No, the stubs shouldn't break things. It might be because of the splitter. Maybe I need to give it a dedicated belt to make it work. Or maybe I connected things to the wrong lane. See, none of these have worked yet. That's good. I do want to see this blinking, because that means the lane hasn't gotten coal yet, which is actually a good sign. Which is a weird thing to say, but it is. Oh, wait. I think we're just copper limited, right? Oh, this is just a coal belt. That's why it looks so backed up. Okay, so we can only run this many? 30 per belt of copper? That looks pretty good. There is a chance if we can get the if we could get belt stubs to work properly, we could potentially upgrade this to a yellow belt, which is kind of cool. But this seems to be working decently. This died. Oh, that's bad. That's not supposed to be an unsafe one. How is that low on coal? Okay, that's actually really bad. That is literally the top prioritized inserter there, and it somehow ran out of fuel. How is that even possible? Which one was it? It's the first one. No, that's a different one. It was this furnace next to the substation. Okay, this bad boy right here. Did I accidentally connect it to logic? This one really should not die. Unless we just didn't get coal for a really long time. But it should be pretty safe. Because this will get solid fuel immediately. That gives us like 100 actions. Oh. No, I don't get it. I mean, I think what happened is it started putting coal into this, and then when it was done, it only had like half an action left to grab solid fuel. So I think we might need to stagger the inserters somehow so that doesn't happen. Like if we move this up here and change the substation, and then change this to grabbing from the other side. That would make it that the inserters aren't grabbing across from each other, and it will make them work a little bit more reliably. But let's see, what's the brownout rate? Honestly, that's not too bad though. It looks like there's roughly, well, if we get a full belt of solid fuel, we're looking at roughly one failure. Did you consider something with complex thing with circuits and timers? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I don't know enough about timers and stuff, and that just doesn't sound interesting. Unless I'm desperate, but I think this alone should be good enough. Because, like, realistically, even if I make it super UPS optimized, I'm still probably going to peak at like 5 million green chips per second in terms of like what I can actually build. It's hard to say. Last run we were waiting for like 4 hours with nothing going on, but yeah, we might if we get desperate. I don't know if we would need like a timer if we just made it that it cold didn't go through for a while. That sounds, yeah, no, we're not doing anything that requires manual intervention. It has to be something done entirely by um it has to be something done entirely by a single blueprint or 2 blueprints maybe, but nothing with hand feeding or or like too much of a complicated unloading setup. Because you run into the issue with the outpost where you can't really filter things unless we had a one train with just burner inserters in it. If this really is a problem, I can put more things on logic. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I haven't mentioned in a while, but I'll be doing this portion of the run with a controller, which means it needs to have very simple, very large blueprints that tessellate on like a 50 high grid. This looks okay. I don't like these. There isn't a great fix for that. Honestly, I think it's because of the belt stubs. This requires a high density of fuel to work. It shouldn't require that high of a density, but it does require a decently high density. If we don't do belt stubs, then there's always going to be a high density at the top. You're never going to get like weird variations of stuff. Yeah, burner inserters connect to them. The problem with disabling them if they're grabbing from something, unless it's packed, is that most of them are grabbing from underground belts, and there's not a fix for that. So it only fixes like half of the inserters. That's what we have on the ones that are very susceptible to dying. Those ones do have logic for that. Can you give the stops priority to make it less bad? Possibly, if we just do a right filter everywhere. What if we just only filter right? Let's see how that works. Oops, that one is the one that shouldn't filter right though. Okay, that one doesn't have stops. That's good. This one doesn't have stops. Where are the stops? Oh, this is the only one with stops. Oh, because this supplies 2 lanes, right? Yeah, that's the problem. Caught it, restart it. Okay, yeah, this kind of stuff is normal. We do want it to run only part-time for a while until coal backs up. Coal backs up. We could just add more things to the circuit network, though. I really don't want every single belt to be on the... I don't want, like, every single belt to be on the circuit network. That just doesn't sound great. Unless there's, like, a fancy timer. We could just make everything do one action at once. Like, everything that moves coal, we just move once every second. That probably wouldn't work very well, because most of the things are self-feeding. Because otherwise we have, like, a lot of sleeping inserters. I mean, it's working better. I don't know how it will work with low density. Can you decrease how much these are adding? That's another thing we have to test. I guess I could do a weird splitter. Yeah, that'll work. Void, void. Putting everything on one circuit network that only enables once every belt backed up seems like it would work. The issue is we can't put every inserter on that network. I don't think we can put the self-feeding ones on there. Because the thing is, we can't keep the belt backed up. It is a very large solid fuel requirement. I don't think it would be possible to keep it that high. Unless we just connect them to this one, where it starts once. But I think once it like reaches a steady state, I think this will never stay backed up. Well, I guess it has to be. If the other inserters are working. Maybe it does back up enough. Currently I'm testing what happens if it only gets half a belt of coal. Because that's probably more realistic. We'll be sending like 4 full lanes of coal to this. So they're going to start pretty sparse. We could also just like do the inserters later. Or the... No, we can't do the... We could do the assembly machines later. That's also an option. We still have the issue of inserters being logic free until the poles are placed. Nah, that's not a concern. That one we're definitely not worried about. Anything like we'll just do power poles and roboports will be the first things placed. Like they'll be in the framing blueprint because there will be 2 stages, and that will be one of them. So that shouldn't be a major concern. His belts will probably be placed later. And even if we don't stage it, I think the odds of that are pretty low that I'm not too concerned with it. Because there's only a few inserters that could break from that. Okay, let's check on this. I mean, it seems to be working fine. I was going to say worst case scenario, we fix things manually, but manual intervention isn't an option. But yeah, we can, if it stays a problem, we can connect every inserter that's potentially problematic onto this network. Because we do have this, basically what you were suggesting. We have one belt at the top that checks to see how full it is. Is the coal consumption really that low? Well, this is giving a lot of it. I guess because these lanes are so short, the coal can back up a lot better. The old design had like one really long row of them, but this is definitely less. It also looks like this is perfectly done here. Like pretty much uses an entire belt with nothing backed up. So this is 24 assemblers for a full belt of copper, which means we will be using roughly 24 times 12. We're aiming for like 18 belts of copper. No, 16. 24 times 16. 384 assembly machines. So yeah, we're looking at a power requirement of about 400 megawatts per outpost if we use yellow assemblers, which is insane. Is there a way... This might sound dumb. Is this something we can do? Let's see, new outpost. So this is one belt of resources. How do I compare the UPS? I guess I would need a competitor, right? I do like this. I do like this design a lot. I want to compare it to our old outpost. Do we still have one? Not on this save. Let's see if we can find our old outpost. That would be this one. We could also compare it to the blue assembler one if we really wanted to. I don't really know how you would test it. Where is it? Oh god. So it would be this, but half. Actually, no. They're gonna be a 1-to-1 ratio, so yeah, I can't imagine it's gonna be worse than this. We'll see. There's always a possibility, but this one's a pretty bad design. This one's a very bad design. But to be fair, this one was made without blueprints, so I think it's a great design considering I wasn't allowing blueprint imports on the first attempt. So yeah, I changed my mind. It's not a bad design. It's great. It's fantastic. Nothing can beat it. Except a lot of things can beat it because it's not good. So how many assembly machines is one copper belt? Let's see. I guess just... Oh, right. This. We can't fast forward this. Okay, well, I guess we just copy the whole thing then. That seems like the easier choice, right? Oh, this one's really long. Old Outpost 1. Okay. New save. Wait. Yeah, that works. Wait, no, it doesn't. Is there like an editor mode version? Sandbox? Does this have biters turned off? I don't actually know. and pollution. And cliffs, water, trees. There we go. Sure, that'll work. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so here's our old outpost, which we do need to test. Why did that not build that? Is this not editor mode? Is that not how this works? Oh, wait. I've been playing with clouds on? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry for the UPS. Or for my bitrate. That was not intended. Clouds look awful. Well, if I knew what I was building, I feel like this would be a little bit easier. Input, output, input, output. Okay, we definitely don't need the second half. We're trying to compare equivalent sizes roughly. So this is probably coal. No, this is coal. Yeah, I can't imagine this will lose. That I would be very, very surprised if the new one isn't better, but well, we'll see. I'm trying to compare one copper belt to one copper belt, which the ratios are a little different, so we might need to like cheese it a little bit and cut some furnaces, but that's not, we can live with that. We can definitely live with that. Where's the infinity chest? Don't know why I couldn't find that. Solid fuel, perfect. Okay, and then we have iron and copper. And then I think we were supposed to get another supplement there. Yeah, okay, and this was... Oh, these were pure resources. Oh! The way I designed my original patch was with pure resources? Why? Was that better? Technically, if it's better, we can make either of them work. We can definitely make either of them work. Because that's also something to consider. We're gonna have like 10,000 miners. So that's something else we can fix. Potentially fix. Okay, these will be dead for a long time. Or forever, because I didn't actually hook them up. Right, I remember. Yeah, the start delay for these kinds of designs are terrible. There's not really a good fix for it. They're just always going to be bad. Okay, so copper stops going through. Wow, this is very long. Very long base. I'm sure there's other descriptors for it, but that one's pretty accurate. It looks like it stops about... Oh, that'll help. Looks like it stops around there, so we'll just cut it here. Okay. That should work. How many assembly machines is this? 18. Why is this more? Are these not the same ratio? Maybe they're not the same ratios. Or these work faster. How many furnaces is this? This is 40. This is more furnaces. Why does this work poorly? Why isn't this a full output belt? Wait. Is this a yellow belt? Hold on. Oh, this is a yellow loader. Oh wait, this is designed around a yellow belt. This one isn't. Oh. Well then, I guess that's not necessarily a problem, but it does make the comparison a little bit awkward. Yeah, I kind of forgot this was designed around a yellow belt. Oh, that's fine. Let's just downgrade stuff. And we'll just, we'll copy up like 18 of this. Oops, those are supposed to be steel furnaces still. 96, so we need 48. Why can't I paste this? I don't know, it was in the way. Radar maybe? Oh, a single power pole. There we go, okay. Will this work? Okay, so this should be the scaled version. So this uses 48 furnaces. Okay, so now these are roughly the same size. The ratios are different because of prod mods, so that complicates it a bit. But yeah, everything should still work exactly the same because it's getting the same amount of iron. Perfect. Okay, how do we compare these? Burner 100 testing. There we go. I mean, I guess I could just look at how much it produces. That would be good to know. How much is this? 800 per minute? Is that fully started? Because that produces 760 per minute. What about this one? I can't tell if this is better. But what does this produce? Oh, right. Yeah, they're pretty comparable. This number is lower with the new design, though. That's a good thing, right? Let's pause it. Green chips? I don't know what I'm really comparing between the two. Green chips. Maybe if I do a lot of them. There we go. Let's do 5 sets. You want high. Well, okay, this is the old design. It's a good thing because I want the old design to be worse. Otherwise, I'll feel like we wasted like 10 hours of my life. I'm rooting for this one to be lower. So yeah, I didn't mean it as like lower UPS is better, but mentally speaking, I want this to be a worse build. How much does this even produce? 3,600. We did have fun along the way, that's true. The fact that I streams it made it a lot better. That actually... Well, how much are we making? Okay, let's just do like 10 of these and see what happens. The larger we go, the more this feels like it makes sense, even if I don't, even though it's definitely not controlled. 1400. 1400. We're producing 7,400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That number's lower. That's 1,000. That is lower. The start time of the old one is definitely higher. I think that's good. No, it's about the same. Okay. So they produce the same amount. This does produce a little more. How is this one better? Well, okay, it's not better. Should be better for UPS as it's less entities. Yeah, that's the idea. But I wasn't confident because it also has a lot more idled inserters. At like the furnace level. But yeah, we were pretty sure that it would be better. Like I felt like, it would be, but I didn't fully trust it. But yeah, it does this isn't an exact 1-to-1 since the other one is 7,400. So this does produce 10% more, but it runs 40% slower. So I call that a win. Although we should also compare the power requirement. Can you look at the power draw? Yeah. Yeah. So this consumes 11 megawatts. This consumes... I have no idea how much that is. $10 megawatts. That can't be right. Does that not actually show... Does this not show the correct amount? I don't actually know how these work. I figured you would just be able to click on it and tell. But it's fluctuating so much. What's wrong with this? Why is it going all over the place? Am I missing something? Oh, apparently my nieces and nephews are there. Oh, okay. Well, let's wrap this up. What am I doing wrong here with the power? Can I not do math? This is 24. Oh, I guess they do have downtime. That explains the burstiness. And they're slightly under 1 megawatt. Yeah, I guess the assembly machines idle more than the inserters do. Like, look at this inserter. This inserter is doing its best. We are output limited here, which is wild. Well, actually, not really. It's fluctuates. Okay, so actually this isn't as bad for power as I thought, but it probably is because I'm comparing it to not entirely a blue design. Wait, this uses prod 2s? I use prod 2s in this design. Weird. I guess this wasn't my main outpost, I guess. This was my second variation. The only difference is the other outpost had blue assemblers, which means this is a lot better than the outpost I was using last time. Because I think in the original one, so we just randomly chose my first outpost. Like this one right here, I think was. Wait, how many did I paste with prod 2s in them? Okay, only like one set of like 8. So this is the slower variation, which this is clearly the one that I use the most. Do I need to compare this one? I don't need the furnace lanes to change. I want to copy this again though. I feel like we could hook this up to the other one and see how it goes. I want one more test. This is my old outpost, which is, go back to testing. Oops, that was not right. We can just stitch the furnace lane, because the furnace lane is the same. It just changes how things connect. One of these is copper. That's this one. And one of those is iron, which is this one? Oh, this is a cool design. I like this one. These aren't working. Oh, I literally missed one. I only missed a single part of the furnace lane. That's funny. The actual inputs to the furnace lane. That should be fine. We just need an accumulator, connect them, and then delete all of these inserters so it's a fair test because these are a very significant portion of it. There we go. Oh wait, did we? We didn't give it a completely fair shot. We have a few extra inserters there, but that's fine. We can live with that. And then I'm assuming it needs to be half as long as this, which would be 40. Yeah, that makes sense. That logic tracks. 1, 2, 3. Wait, do these work? I don't know if these actually work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a terrible, terrible outpost, though. I mean, it was good at some point. Oh, I see why they didn't start. Yeah, thank you. Did I have it at one point? I feel like I didn't have it at one point, or I never had it. Oh, there's 2 more. Okay, so this was the one that I pasted about 4,000 bajillion times. This was the one that we made like 40 of in my original base. Okay, they look like they all have yeah, they all have copper now. Okay, so in theory, this one should also be worse than the new one. It's weird rooting for it to be worse. But, you know, you do what you can. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. This one is a bit lower because it doesn't have the Prod 2s in it, so it's going to get less for the same amount of resources. Oh, this one's really bad. This one's horrible. But it makes sense. This is the only one we could afford to run because we didn't have a pump blueprint in our old design. So we couldn't run anything that had a high power requirement. And this dropped the power requirement by like 50, 80%, which was very significant because we ran out of space to connect water, which will not be a problem with the blueprint, the stage blueprints. Okay, I feel validated. I know this isn't like the most scientific test of UPS, but I feel like when the numbers are 40% off, you can say it's a decent improvement at least. So I'm happy with that. We will be doing more of this Tuesday. I'll be working on burner stuff Tuesdays, but I think we have a decent overall outpost. Thursday, I should be streaming Thursday. Haven't decided what. Next week, I have family visiting, so depending on what they want to do, I'm not confident I'll have the most consistent streaming schedule until like Tuesday or something. I will try to do main run Monday at least because I do want to finish up the pipe run. But Friday through Sunday, we'll see. I'll probably be able to stream. They just might be shorter. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the tips. We might, if there's basic timer stuff that I could set up without like a ton of knowledge, I might look into some kind of timer for the inserters. If the UPS saving is pretty big, that would be worth it. Because currently we're going to be UPS bottlenecked at probably about 5 million green chips, per hour, which is a lot. But that means Outpost phase is going to be at least 4 hours, but probably like 12 with startup time. But it would be nice to have more headroom, because we'll also, you know, when we're building them, things will be stalling, and we have more of a base to be concerned with. But yeah, lots of other improvements we can make, but I'm happy with it so far. Hopefully you'll have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.